Somewhat earlier, I did a video on gas burners, and I showed this burner, which is an inshot burner, as part of it. I wanted to concentrate on this inshot burner for this video. This type of burner will only operate with an induced draft appliance. That means it has to suck in. And I'll show you where it fits in the appliance. But this is pretty much the standard anymore. You note it has a venturi here. I'll take the manifold and put the orifice in. That's pretty much how it would be. This orifice is allowing gas to come out at a fairly low pressure. And it comes in and it shoots into this venturi and draws primary air around and into the burner. Primary air is not enough air to actually light the gas. It has to have secondary air. But this is fairly standard. It isn't, it's not set in stone that they're all made this way. There's a number of burners that don't use any venturi at all, and they still work. But this burner is going to shoot the fire straight out here. Kind of looks like the old comic books and their guns where they'd had fire coming out of the gun. The flame actually kind of looks like that. See, if it's going out like this, it's blowing in there, pulling in that primary air right there, and then secondary air comes around it. Now I'm going to show this in a furnace, and then we'll show them burning and see if I can get the best, give you the best idea of how they work. Now understand, these are not adjustable. When these come from the factory, they're designed to bring in the proper amount of primary air into the burner. And of course the secondary air is brought in around the sides by the inducer. So there's no primary air adjustment on these. Let's take a look at a furnace. Here's a look at the burners when they're installed. On the upper part, that black thing, that's a manifold with the orifices that are spraying the fuel gas into the burner. Okay, those holes back behind there, those are the openings into the heat exchanger. That's where the secondary air is drawn in. Now I'm going to fire this off, and you can take a look at how they work, and I'll kind of explain what's going on as they light off. Now there you can see that burner, and it's burning as it should, and it's actually drawing secondary air around where the flame is. That's how it's supposed to do. Now, the reason it is drawing is because the inducer is pulling a vacuum up there. Now, I'm going to shut this inducer off and jumper a couple of things, and let's see what happens if that inducer is actually not working. Okay, the inducer is no longer pulling air out. And you can see that the burners are no longer putting flame into the heat exchanger. They're just kind of rolling out the front. So this type of burner, there's no way this burner will work if there's no inducer actually sucking the gas and air in. So they won't operate without the inducer. So that's it for the inshot burner.